Welcome to Bloomington Today. I'm Kaylin Cockrell. Thanks for joining us. On June 21st, the Northern Hemisphere was graced with the first day of the summer season, and that means the annual City of Bloomington's Summerfest celebration is right around the corner. This yearly gathering gives residents a chance to mingle with their neighbors, hear good music, not to mention watch an amazing fireworks display. The celebration will take place on Sunday, July 3rd at the Normandale Lake Bandshell. It begins with the 84th Street Carnival at 3 p.m., followed by a fireworks show at dusk. This year's entertainment will feature 6 performances on 2 stages, including cover band Pop Rocks and the Bloomington Medalist Band. Residents and businesses continue to support Bloomington's pyrotechnics, and crews have indicated that this year's show will be one of the largest Independence Day displays in the state. One change from the 2010 event is city officials like the council and Bloomington Sister City will have tents near the bandshell. This will allow more personal interactions between city representatives and residents. Hope to see all of you at the 2011 Summerfest celebration. And while Independence Day is filled with good food, family get-togethers, and a chance to celebrate freedom, Bloomington fire officials want to take the time to encourage residents to think fireworks safety first.
What people don't realize is the number of injuries that occur every year as a result of fireworks. And some of the statistics, just based on 2009, are it's historically Independence Day has the most fires of any other day in the year. And just to give you an example of that, there's 18,000 reported fires. 1,300 of those are structure fires. Of the structure fires, 700 of them are homes. And this is just because of fireworks. You can get in further and you can talk about injuries and statistics on that. Some of the injuries, 8,800 visits to the emergency room for fireworks related injuries. And along with that, the number one is the hands. 32% of those injuries are hands. Then we have a lot of injuries to the eyes, to the face. So they really are very dangerous.
Fire Inspector McCarthy said that one common misconception is that sparklers are the safest to give to your small child. But in reality, the sparkling tip is more than 1,200 degrees and can easily cause third-degree burns. She encourages residents to attend events like Summerfest, where the display will be much bigger, more beautiful, and safer. For more facts on fireworks and for a list of legal and illegal fireworks, according to Minnesota state statute, visit the city's website. Keyword search fireworks. And if you're looking to continue celebrating Independence Day even after July 4th, join Mayor Gene Winstead and Bloomington Human Services for a special lunch event. Mayor Winstead is hosting a Patriotic lunch on Thursday, July 7th at 11:15 a.m. at Creekside Community Center, located at 9801 Penn Avenue South. On the menu, brats, coleslaw, watermelon, and apple pie. There will also be frozen custard provided by Bloomington's Culvers. Prior registration is required for this event. There are 2 ways to do this. Call Human Services at 952-563-4948 or email reservations@ci.bloomington.mn.us. If you're over the age of 60, a $1 to $3 contribution is suggested. For residents under 60 years old, the lunch is $6. Human Services asks that you register by Tuesday, July 5th. The City of Bloomington has more than 350 center lane miles of roadways, valued at $168 million. That's a lot of pavement and one huge investment. In order to get the longest life out of the city's roadways, a multi-step process called seal coating is routinely done by city maintenance crews. Roadway surfaces in Minnesota are made to withstand a huge spectrum of temperatures and conditions, from winter's freezing temps and large snowfall amounts to scorching summer days. But if street surfaces are properly maintained, they can last up to 3 times longer than if not maintained.
The City of Bloomington spends a lot of time maintaining the streets. It's an expensive infrastructure that has about a 20-year life if you don't maintain it. If you maintain it, you can expand the life to about 75 years.
Eiler says the biggest preventative measure the city takes to extend the life of its streets is keeping moisture out of the asphalt through this seal coating process.
And that is the most important part of all maintenance work that we do, is preventing moisture getting into the asphalt, because that's what causes potholes. Moisture gets in, it freezes, thaws, or just plain the moisture, it works it all loose, breaks it apart, and that's what will cause a pothole. So a lot of our street maintenance activities are geared all around preventing moisture from getting into the street.
Crews have been out around the city completing the first phase of seal coating, which is a 3-step process called crack sealing. First, existing cracks in the roadway undergo a process called Rotary. This uses a machine to dig out the existing crack, whether it's from tree roots or potholes. This loud, dusty work is basically widening the cracks so they can later be more easily and efficiently filled. Next, high-pressured air is blown into the newly routed cracks in an effort to clear out any rocks or debris left inside. And finally,
then you put tar in there to seal that crack. So now you've got the crack in the street sealed. The next step in the process is for the seal coating, is where we spray the street with a fine, thin layer of oil, then cover that oil up with small aggregate, and that's what you call a seal coat. The seal coat seals the whole street. It's basically like painting your house. You've now made it watertight again. That will extend the life of a street.
Street maintenance is just one other way the city tries to ensure quality services at an affordable price.
We maintain a high-quality street here. When you drive on a street, you know it's safe. It's good condition to drive on. The crews that do all this work are the city employees. They do the crack seal, they do the seal coating, and they take a lot of pride in their work. You drive it every day. They see it every day. So they take a great pride in making sure that they do a good finished product out there for everybody. And they also know in the long run that they're saving everybody money in this process.
The second phase of seal coating is set to start in July. This is the light oil being laid on roads that have been crack sealed previously, then being covered with small aggregate rock. The Bloomington Utilities Division will be flushing dead-end fire hydrants over the next several weeks. The city has approximately 320 dead-end water hydrants it flushes each summer. This means the water mains to which they connect cannot be extended to another water main to create a looped system. They're mainly located in cul-de-sacs, and flushing the water out of them is one way to ensure good water quality. Stagnant water and sediment can build up in dead-end mains if not routinely serviced. Flushing typically begins in June and lasts for about 1 to 2 months. Utility Superintendent Bob Cockrell says the change in water flow patterns as a result of these flushes may stir up mineral deposits in city water mains. A result of this may be some discoloration of tap or laundry water. If discoloration is present, residents can easily correct the problem by opening all cold water faucets and allow them to run at the same time until the water runs clear. Sediment present in water serves as no risk whatsoever to a person's health. For more information about hydrant flushing, contact the Bloomington Utilities Division at 952-563-8777. Twin Cityans should be fully shifted into warm weather recreation mode as the summer season is officially here. And what better way to cool off than by taking the plunge into one of Bloomington's many beautiful lakes. And one in particular has quite a bit more water in it than years past. East Bush Lake Beach is one of the state's most popular beaches, with more than 100,000 visitors each year. But one thing is different as the 2011 beach season kicks off. Bush Lake is finally near full again. Here's why.
It's a combination of the snowfall we had over the winter, plus we've had significantly increased precipitation from going back into 2010, continuing through to 2011.
The city maintains the beach as well as the water within Bush Lake, keeping residents' health in mind as they are backstroking and sunning themselves in and around the lake.
Environmental health takes regular water quality measurements and readings to make sure the water is safe for swimmers. Park maintenance actively maintains the beach area and the docks. They do treatments to the beach itself to make sure bacteria doesn't build up and then enter the water. Engineering manages the in-lake treatments for Bush Lake that address things such as swimmer's itch and Eurasian water milfoil control in areas where recreation could be inhibited.
Anderson also let us know that Bush Lake historically responds very slowly to dry times or wet times, which is beneficial to both wildlife and residents. Another great way to cool off during the hot summertime months, stop into the Bloomington Family Aquatic Center. It features lap lanes, water slides, and diving boards. For more information on Bush Lake Beach or the Aquatic Center, visit the city's website. It's now time for a short break. When we come back, we'll have two guests stopping by the studio to let residents in on today's groundbreaking ceremony at what will soon be a future community for senior citizens. Stay with us.
So, you have the contract?
Oh, everything's right in here.
He just got his license.
Is he here?
Yeah, he's upstairs in his room.
So just to review, no more than one friend in the car at any time. No cell phone use.
Right.
Seatbelts, of course. No alcohol. Jason, let's start turning.
Find a way, anyway, to lay down teen driving rules for your kids. For more ideas, visit us online.
In 1985, while polio was paralyzing 1,000 children a day, Rotary International committed to a goal of ending polio worldwide. Very soon now, after contributing nearly $600 million and immunizing over 2 billion children, the goal will be achieved. Eradicating polio worldwide. That is humanity in motion. That is Rotary.
Welcome back to Bloomington Today. We're now joined by John Merkins. He's Vice President of Project Development for Presbyterian Homes, and Sheena Sayer, Housing Advisor for Founders Ridge. Welcome to the show. Thanks for being here. Well, the city of Bloomington will soon be the site of an exciting new senior community. Why don't you tell us a bit about where that's located and what's in store for the new community?
Well, we're very excited to bring Founders Ridge, our newest Presbyterian Homes community, to the Bloomington city. And it consists of a senior community that includes all levels of care: independent living, assisted living, and memory care. And is a little bit smaller format than we had originally planned on this site, but due to some challenges in the market over the last couple of years, we're excited to get this one to the finish line and start construction.
Wonderful. Where are we going to find this?
Project is located on Auto Club Road on the former Bethany International site. Actually, Bethany International School remains on a portion of the site, and we purchased a portion of the site for our senior community. Okay.
Well, what types of seniors do you find will be most interested in a community like this?
Sure. Well, it really depends on the person. People move for a variety of different reasons. Some people are looking to downsize. Others are looking not to take care of their lawns anymore, the housework as much. A lot of people move because they want a social environment where they want to be around other people. We have lots of different services that cater to different kinds of individuals. And so, people sometimes move specifically within their area. A lot of people love West Bloomington and want to stay in this community also.
Absolutely. So this is unique because it's not, say, a health reason or there are several different reasons to move. It caters to kind of different levels of senior citizens. I love that. So tell us a bit, there was a ceremony, tell us a bit about the groundbreaking ceremony that took place today.
Yep, the groundbreaking ceremony is something that we do at the start of construction. It's just a really big celebration where we invite all the parties that have been involved in getting this project up to speed, and also inviting the residents and the people who are interested in possibly living here or supporting it going forward.
What is the relationship between Founders Ridge and the other Presbyterian Homes senior housing in the city and throughout the metro area?
Well, Presbyterian Homes has 35 communities in Minnesota, Wisconsin, and Iowa. And our first community here in Bloomington was our Gideon Pond community, which has, of course, grown in a number of phases over the years. We also operate the Summer House project over on 98th and Lyndale, and the Ridgeview Terrace project over on Normandale and 98th. So this is our fourth site within Bloomington. We've had a long-standing, wonderful relationship with the city. The city has been a tremendous supporter of our mission and our ministry, and is just another way for us to provide additional housing to local seniors, and in a continuum format. So as seniors age in place, we have services that grow and are available to them.
Absolutely. This has kind of been a long coming project. Talk a bit about when the works of this began and kind of where we are today.
Yep. Actually, this was a little bit of a challenge based on the timing of the market. We've actually been working on this project since 2006, with 2008 really being our primary focus of going through the city process for planning and city approvals for entitlement. And at the time that we were bringing the project through the financing in late 2008 was right when Lehman Brothers went down, and unfortunately that had a tremendously negative impact on the market. So we had to pull the project back in financing at that time. We spent the better part of 2009 and the early 2010 restaging the project, making it a little bit smaller format, and went back to the market in late 2010 and was able to work with a couple local banks and Piper Jaffray to bring the project financing to a finish line early this spring. So we're excited. Long time coming. The project fundamentals have always been there. Great location, outstanding location, and certainly being well received by the market. So at this point, it's great to finally be able to get through the financing challenges that we're all experiencing in the market today.
It's coming full circle.
It is.
Well, talk a little bit about the timeline. We were out there today. There is definite construction happening. When are we going to see residents moving on in?
Right, but at this point, we give a range of when residents will be moving in. We are fortunate to start construction in April this year, and so it generally takes about a year, can be a little bit longer than that. So right now we're safe to say that it will be by the summer of 2012 that we'll be able to have occupancy.
That's great. Well, one thing today, I was looking at the plan in store, and it's quite a large piece of property, lots of different. Talk about some of the things. We'll actually show the plan itself. Talk about some of the features of the community.
Yep, as all Press homes, it's independent living we have independent living, we have assisted living, memory care, and enhanced assisted living. So as John said, it's a continuum of care, and people can all take advantage of the different services and amenities that we have available there. We have restaurant-style dining, we have a cafe, we're implementing a movie theater into Founders Ridge.
Wow.
We have workout areas and a 2-story auditorium with a chapel.
Wow. You had just, I guess, kind of touched on it, but talk a little bit more in depth about why it's important to give seniors options like Founders Ridge to make their home.
Mm-hmm. I think one of the fundamental elements that we found as a provider is continuum of care being a very important component. When residents make their first move at whatever point they enter our continuum, they know that it's probably the last physical move that they may make. They may move within the community, but it's the last selection, which is particularly comforting for adult children of seniors to know that today I can make a decision. I don't have to make another decision should my parent need additional services down the road. So that is one component that I think is really valuable in the way that we choose to deliver services. I think the other things that are important, being a part of staying within the community, a number of our communities are mid-size, this we would call a mini continuum. So approximately 120 to 150 units is kind of the bread and butter style residential suburban size projects. But we generally site those around a significant hub site. So the Gideon Pond site in Bloomington is one of our hubs. So additional management services, dietary and culinary support, our IT can come from a major hub, and we don't have to recreate the wheel at every location. So all of those things add to kind of the value of a network of services that we can provide to older adults as their needs change.
Wonderful. Well, when you say move within the community, are you, if someone, say, comes in independent living and then they feel the need to move, say, into assisted living, that's something that can all, or memory care, that can all happen.
It can. And the lines are never that distinct. So in many cases, individuals might get some services in their independent living while they're kind of in that transition point. And as their needs may grow, then it may make more sense, both financially as well as physical environment, to move to the next level of care. So all of those are available within a single community.
Perfect. So they overlap where needed. That's great. How do you foresee this community, Founders Ridge, being a benefit, an asset to the city of Bloomington?
Well, certainly it keeps seniors in the community, which we think is a highly valuable asset. The experience, the life learning that they have is a tremendous asset to any community. In addition to that, we look at senior housing as a lifestyle or a life cycle housing opportunity as well. When new communities such as ours are built, it allows seniors to move out of their single-family homes, which generally the seniors live in less expensive homes typically. So those homes become available to young families and continue to support things like schools and parks and et cetera. So it really is part of a broader continuum of the whole life cycle housing of the community. So lots of benefits.
Absolutely. Well, as we learned today at the groundbreaking, this has been something that has been in the works for quite some time. And so interest in this has been sparked years ago, and as of now, 20% of the housing is already pre-leased. How can residents who are interested learn more or perhaps get into some pre-leasing options themselves? Who can they talk to?
Right, I'm the housing advisor at the site, so I have all the information about reserving, what the floor plans look like. I can show individual rooms and try and create the experience from paper for what their life would be like at Founders Ridge. And I currently have an office that's located right on site. We're renting a space from Bethany Publishing.
Okay, wonderful. Well, we'd like to thank John and Sheena for being here with us today. It's now time for a short break. We'll be right back.
Meet Kathy, who's lived most everywhere, from Zanzibar to Berkeley Square.
But Patty's only seen the sights a girl can see from Brooklyn Heights. What a crazy pair.
Oh my, Patty. Did you find all your files? Finally. Who knew it would be this much work when Richard and I decided to retire? Well, what are you going to do first? We're heading down to Brooklyn Heights and starting on that Social Security paperwork. Why would you do that? What do you mean? Well, it's so much easier just to log on to socialsecurity.gov and file online. Well, what if I need to know how much money I'll be getting? Online. What if our address changes? Online. What if I want Medicare, too? Online. So how did you get so darn smart anyway? Online.
Welcome back, everyone. Everyday heroes are all around us. Ordinary people doing extraordinary things. And on June 22nd, Civic Plaza was the site as several outstanding area residents and Bloomington police officers were honored for various extraordinary behaviors. Bloomington Police Department recently hosted the annual Behavior Recognition Award ceremony. It's a time to honor both city police officers for going above and beyond the call of duty, but also to recognize
those citizens from Bloomington and elsewhere that have acted and responded and really had the ability to do something above and beyond, and it's there, and we're happy to recognize them too.
A variety of individuals and police officers all were awarded. Some played a role in large-scale drug busts and hostage situations. Others were everyday citizens who acted fast in an emergency situation. One was even a city employee who saved a life.
John Salveson was working at the Bloomington Ice Gardens on December 29, 2009. He observed a male adult exit Rink 1 and then collapse. Salveson realized that the man was possibly having a heart attack. He grabbed the rink's defibrillator machine and rendered aid to the individual. He initiated the defib to shock the patient, and after one shock, the victim was breathing and had a pulse. Salveson's quick response and ability to operate the defib under stress saved the man's life. For his actions in this incident, John Salveson is being awarded the Citizen Commendation Medal.
Congratulations to all award recipients, and thank you for making Bloomington a better place. Well, most school-age kids are now on summer vacation, and if you're a parent or grandparent looking for some fun, educational events taking place around the city, Bloomington Parks and Recreation has just the right fit for your little one. You're invited to join kids of all ages, camps, daycares, and parents for the City of Bloomington's 2011 Monday Morning Kids Series. This was the scene at June 20th's Kids Series at Smith Park. Nearly 200 kids gathered to see locally known toy collector and fun advocate Mike Monson as he entertained the crowd with his many fun kids' toys. He performed juggling, balancing tricks, and even brought the kids up to take their turn at playing with the array of toys. There was even a lesson attached to the free one-hour event. Kids learned balance, hand-eye coordination in a social setting filled with their peers. The Monday Morning Kids Series takes place every Monday at different city parks until August 1st. This excludes Monday, July 4th. Each week is a different entertainer with varying activities. For a complete list of shows, times, and locations, visit the city's website. Keyword search Monday Morning Kids. The Metropolitan Airports Commission, or MAC, will be holding 2 open house opportunities in July. It's there that residents can learn about environmental assessments being prepared by MAC that will evaluate the environmental effects and the aviation activity forecast of a proposed development at the Minneapolis-St. Paul International Airport. Join MAC and fellow residents on Wednesday, July 13th from 5 to 8 p.m. at the Egan Community Center, or on Thursday, July 14th from 5 to 8 p.m. at Washburn High School in Minneapolis. Potential development alternatives are being proposed for the airport to accommodate the forecasted air travel needs of the metropolitan area through the year 2020. Well, that's all the time we have for today. To get more information on city projects, parks, road construction, and events, visit the city's website. To check out past Bloomington Today shows or other city production, visit Bloomington's YouTube channel, accessible right from the city's homepage. That and so much more is online right now at www.ci.bloomington.mn.us. If Facebook or Twitter isn't your thing, sign up for eSubscribe to have updates sent right to your email or cell phone. This is Bloomington Today, a presentation of the City of Bloomington's Communications Division. I'm Kaylin Cockriel. Thanks so much for joining us.